Hey, welcome to my channel, or welcome back, loyal viewers. I'm Carrie, the nosy housefrau. Today I will be sticking my nose in on the piping hot tea that is Jaclyn Hill, where've I been? I don't think she's genuinely asking that, although she could be confused. I think the intention is to explain to us where she's been. Jaclyn starts off welcoming everyone to her channel and then saying that she's very uncomfortable. As she put it, I'm very uncomfortable right now. And then starts to fidget and sigh and say she doesn't even really want to do this video because she doesn't want to share her feelings. A couple of years ago, I wouldn't have even read anything into that. But knowing what I now know, seeing how she behaved after her lipstick was a problem, I have a very different opinion of her. I probably have a very different opinion of a lot of YouTubers because every time there's a scandal, they become experts at sidestepping. I don't want to share my feelings. I'm not going to answer all the rumors or would be here all day. These are the things that Jaclyn said in her video, and what they really mean is I don't want to answer the tough questions. She said she shut down all of her social media because she couldn't stop looking at it, and she just needed to focus on regrouping, etc., and finding herself again. But the fact is, she was avoiding the heat. She was waiting for it to die down, and this entire video is not an explanation of what happened. It's not really an apology. What it is Jaclyn's way of saying, I can't get back to just doing YouTubes unless I address this, because everyone will come for me. She knew she had to address this scandal, and she does it poorly. She even says in the beginning, this could be the biggest mistake of my career. I don't think so. I think the biggest mistake would probably be to make no video at all. So it's a good thing she did make the video, but it doesn't bode well for her. She wasn't going to really come out smelling like a rose either way, given how poorly she handled the entire situation with her quality control. She mentions that she made a point to put on makeup and make herself look presentable because she wasn't going to do this video in a hoodie. And that to me doesn't matter. That's not what's most important about this video. If you want to be in a hoodie, or if you want to look like you're going on a 60s and older cruise that leaves from Boca Raton promptly in the morning, that's entirely up to you. Jaclyn had said in this video that she went on to fire a lot of people and hire a lot of people. She admitted that she was overconfident and didn't do her due diligence about quality control. She basically said that she had to pretty much restart her whole company, and all the money that she put into it. She doesn't address the insurance or anything like that, to my knowledge. She doesn't answer any of the tough questions. She doesn't answer anything people really want to hear. She basically says she won't do that because she'd be here all day, and some things she has to keep private, but some things she will tell you. Oh, we know you're selective about what you tell us.
I know there are a ton of questions, speculations, rumors, all of that. And I just wanted to get on here and just have some open communication with you.
I think it's strange to refer to vlogging as an open communication. It's a one-way communication. That's not that open. And later she says, admittedly, that she's not going to talk about certain things, so she can't mean open in that sense either.
I want to start off by saying this video might be the biggest mistake of my entire career, but that's okay.
I don't think so, Jaclyn. If this was the biggest mistake of your career, look at how you handled the one that was smaller. You disappeared from social media, you said you couldn't sleep at night, you were devastated, but it's okay.
As Kurt Cobain said, I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I am not. It's so silly, but I live by that quote. I think it's very powerful.
Well, actually, it is a little silly because nobody's ever been able to attribute that quote to Kurt Cobain. This has gone on for years. He's never actually been on record as saying it, and in fact, it was in some other guy's lyrics, and before that, it was said by a French author by the name of André Gide. Sorry, pardon my French, but he had said, it is better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for what you are not. And I'm sure it's a sentiment that has gone on for years, but the point is, you don't check your facts any more than your makeup. Time to fire and rehire the fact checkers.
So I just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys because I have had so many people tell me to just not address anything, not talk about anything, don't talk about your feelings, don't open up about anything, just move on, to let everything blow over, and I am totally not listening to any of those people.
Now, this is just my opinion, but I see that as highly manipulative. To me, it sounds like Everybody told me to do the wrong thing, but I insisted on doing the right thing. This is similar to the tactics her mother used when she put out the message that said, "Thank you so much to all of you wonderful people who are so good and like Jaclyn." And Jaclyn uses that same exact tactic later in this video where she says, "So many of you were so sweet to me and didn't even want a refund or use the refund to give to charity." And it's basically thanking all of the people who called her the other influencers. She doesn't name drop, but she just implies that she's had a lot of larger support. And that to me is just a tactic. You're not going to answer anything. You're just going to make yourself look like you've suffered and that you've learned and that you're ready to move forward. And oh, she happens to plug her next video. This was exactly what I thought. It was her knowing that she can't just put up a review or another makeup tutorial without addressing this scandal. So she found a way to address it without having to say anything of any consequence. Now I'm going to call Jaclyn out on something that I've called other YouTubers out on before. This is something I find particularly irksome.
I built my entire career on my relationship with you guys, and that relationship is so important to me.
I take issue with this because if her viewers are so important to her, why does she not like or comment on one single post? Not one thumb up, not one thank you. But she loves her viewers. These are the exact people who will tell you when they've been away, "Oh, I've missed you guys." What you miss is worship. What you like is the luxuries you've been enjoying and the lifestyle your viewers have kept you in. And you say this has been over the course of years, and then later say that you're still getting used to being a boss lady and a CEO, and you're not always sure how to act. So which one is it? You've certainly had plenty of time to get accustomed to it, but stop telling everyone how much you love them and how much that relationship means to you when you don't have any interaction with your friends at all. One thing I thought Jaclyn did right was address the girl that she initially insulted when this girl tweeted out that her product was less than stellar. It's weird because Jaclyn says she trusted the wrong people and that she didn't do her due diligence, and yet when the reports came out that the lipstick had problems, she just didn't believe it at first, and a lot of people had a problem with that, so it was a good thing she didn't gloss over that.
Also, before I leave, I have to say one more thing, and that is a public apology to the first girl on Twitter who posted a photo of her defective lipstick saying that it was lumpy and questioning it.
Finally, this video is getting a little bit productive.
In my response, although I didn't mean for it to be at all catty whatsoever.
And there it is. So close.
I still did not respond the way a brand owner should. I need a little time to get used to being a brand owner. It's definitely a different world for me. I try to be polite and try to be nice, but still sometimes I'm just like not the way I should be, and I'm out of line. And I was out of line.
You know, she really ruined this apology because she doesn't start out saying that she was out of line and why and how she was out of line. Instead, she says, "I didn't mean to be catty." She's basically shirking the responsibility by saying she didn't think she was very rude. Remember, she pretty much called people liars when they did that. Jaclyn has been accused of really disliking it when she has to do an apology video, and this isn't her first one. She was even worse in the last one. This is her trying to have as much humble pie as she can. She can't bring herself to make a good apology. She always has to give an excuse. Even when she's saying what she did wrong in the process, she says, "I trusted the wrong people."
And I reached out to her directly and apologized to her, and she was very sweet for accepting my apology.
So there you go. The girl was so sweet and accepted Jaclyn's apology, so you should too. I don't know how well received Jaclyn's video, and I am doing my best to pronounce it Jaclyn. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm saying Jaclyn, but Jaclyn's video is, I'm guessing, not going to be very well received because it really wasn't exactly chock full of ownership. Perhaps people will think I'm being too hard on Jaclyn, but I really think I know what's going on here. She has to make this video in order to get back to vlogging. She has to address how she deleted all of her social media. She has to address the disaster that was her lipstick if she's ever going to put out cosmetics again. And as she put it, she thinks it's her destiny. So what do you think? Is Jaclyn going to be able to win over the hearts and minds of consumers again? Has she ruined her reputation forever and people will just trigger their germophobia at the thought of buying any of her makeup? I think stranger things have happened than somebody rising from the ashes of a disaster, like this even. I guess time will tell. Well, let me know what you think in the comments. As always, looking forward to your thoughts. I will be not only reading, but responding to many of your comments because I love you and I really think our relationship is important. Until next time, Hausfrau out.